Hey Virgo, what's going on? So I had a Virgo, I believe more than likely it's a Virgo, that commented in Sag's reading, and they were like, yo, what's going on? Thought you're about to do Virgo. So here we are. And then I have to do Aries next because, yes, I have a member who's like, where's Aries? What's going on? But anyway, Virgo, so happy to be here with you. All right, so let's get into this. Your reading. Let's see how your person is showing up for you in the connection with you. We're going to look at the situation. What do you want out of the situation? What's stopping you from getting what you want? And we're going to pull the outcome. Oh, it just started raining. Nice. I love the rain. So let's get into this first. We're going to start off with a little bit of just a very quick meditation. All right, you can feel free to join. Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and repeat after me. If you just want to fast forward, Virgo, you're also more than welcome to do that. All right, so here we go. So let's go ahead and breathe in. And you can repeat after me. I trust my own intuition and inner guidance. I am one with love, abundance, prosperity, and joy. And whatever is meant for me will never pass me by. All right, Virgo, let's get into this. I'm wondering if this light is like too bright. All right, Virgo. All right, let's pull some cards and clarify, okay? So let's see what how your person's showing up right now. Here we go. You've got the turtle. Okay. I'm seeing you show up like the swan and the horse. Okay. All right. This person could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Okay. Right away, Virgo, because this is kind of like my Eight of Cups card. And I'm seeing this person feeling like they're about to start, their new journey, a new path. But they're taking time out right now to reflect on their connection with you, their history with you. Okay. This is actually like my Hermit card. So this could be another Virgo, okay? All right. So, yeah, it's like there's some sadness here that I'm picking up on. And I'm definitely getting that you are, ironically enough, even though the swan is a water energy. Every time I see this card, y'all, my intrusive thought, he looking like a man, okay? Mad TV. I'm sorry, I had to say it. But anyway, Miss Swan. But the swan energy is also kind of like a hermit energy as well, because she's, he or she, but it's a feminine energy. She's reflecting, okay? Taking time out to reflect. And then, yeah, you have the horse, which is also, it's earth, it's your energy, okay? I feel like you're very drawn to who this is, and you are also, very emotionally connected to this person. Okay. I feel like you have goals, you have a vision, and you're open to, you know, moving forward with your person. You're open to moving forward. You feel like you know, you have it in you to accomplish, you know, whatever you want here with your turtle. All right. Horse energy is, what does it say? It is the most, I forget, I don't have the book, but because it's associated, even like I'm thinking about, we're in the year of the fire horse. That's kind of like what the horse energy is. It has this energy of like fire, but it's very grounded, because it's earth. So it's like, you know, I'm getting with you, Virgo, you're looking at this person like, I have it in me to, you know, take the steps that I need to take in order to, you know, make this happen, or even like fully support. Horse energy is also fully supportive. So I see you like looking at your turtle here, like I can help you, I can support you, I can, you know, I want to join you on this journey. All right, this is how it's coming through. But something is telling you right now that you need to hold back. You need to pull back, okay? So let's pull more cards. All right, Virgo. So I'm getting the World card energy. And, you know, like I said, this is my Eight of Cups card, which is associated with Pisces. And the World is Saturn in Pisces, all right? Which, by the way, we have Coffee Cup coming up. Are you all like there? I'm getting that there is some sort of meeting being planned here. Like you're going to meet up with this person, all right, potentially. But in Vedic, which I'm actually getting more into, but in Vedic, Saturn actually is in Pisces. It's not in Aries, okay? Well, in the stars with the actual placement, Saturn is in Pisces, okay? So anyway, I'm getting that energy where with the World, that there is a cycle completing here, okay? There's a chapter, or even like a book, closing of a book, right? The ending of a cycle here with you and this person, or something's closing out, okay? All right, here we go. What's the situation here with Virgo and their person, okay? The butterfly, relationship evolving. There it is, okay? To the next phase, healing the inner child and growth, okay? So this is that Saturn, that World energy. You know, the World sometimes, you can look at the World too, like the ending of like, you know, when you're celebrating your birthday, that's a World card to me, because you're reflecting back on, you know, this past chapter of your life, and you're entering into a new chapter in your life, okay? So the connection with you two is evolving, and so that's what I'm saying. There's like a new phase approaching with you two. All right. Let's see what you want here, Virgo. What does Virgo want here with this person? Twin flames. Okay. Yin and yang, Zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. All right. So that's a part of what I was getting with you with the horse. Like, you want to, you know, be supportive. Okay. So it's like maybe being like something about the connection. Okay. So you could feel, Virgo, that things are out of balance. Okay. And you want more balance. Some of you may have Libra in your chart, right? Yeah. So You could say, I want there to be more equality. I want there to be more give and take in this connection, okay? I want us to show up for one another. I want us to show up for one another, and things feel fair, okay? I'm also getting peace. Like, I think you would prefer to be at peace in this connection with who this is, with that Zen energy. All right, hold on. I get a peaceful vibe with you. I do. Okay, let's see. What's stopping Virgo? There's a lot of cards wanting to come out. What's stopping Virgo from getting what they want here in this connection? Okay, heart with the key. All right. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. Okay, I'll clarify that. And I'm going to pull the outcome once I'm done clarifying what I see right here. Okay. Heart with the key. Well, let's start with let's clarify your person's energy here, Virgo. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. 5 of Pentacles. I'm even seeing the 5 of Swords. Conflict. Okay. There's definitely sadness with who this is. And I feel like this person, Virgo, there's almost like this energy of being misunderstood. Like this person feels like you don't understand them. They feel very misunderstood. And it's like they don't know how to properly communicate what they need here in this relationship with you. Okay, I'm getting that with even the 5 of Swords. Okay, 5 of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus, and then you also have the 5 of Swords, which is, this is Venus in Aquarius, but it's both like fixed energy. Okay, so this can definitely be a fixed sign. Could be a Taurus, right? Could be an Aquarius, could be Scorpio. I'm not really getting Leo, but it could be Leo. All right. I'm getting more so like earth, water, and you obviously have this 5 of Swords energy. Definitely could be a Pisces with a Venus in Aquarius, okay? They're definitely feeling kind of like at a loss, like they really just don't know what else to do here, Virgo. They just don't, yeah. I feel like with the 5 of Swords too, I think you both in a way could be mirroring one another, for sure. But yeah, whoever this is, I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like new opportunity. I feel like this person doesn't really want to let go of you. They're nervous about detaching from you. Okay. There it is. There, I'm telling you, as I'm staring at your person's energy, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like this is the torn type of vibe that I'm getting. Like there's an opportunity, for your person. They could have a new job opportunity, a new career opportunity. Okay. Maybe something's going on here where it requires this individual to move, relocate. Okay. And so that's why I'm getting like the ending of one chapter, the ending of one story and the beginning of because that's the turtle. The turtle, it says, the turtle shows up when we are wrapping up, old stories and are, stepping into a space where we begin to tell our own true tale. Okay. All right, hold on. I feel like I'm getting, though, Virgo, this person wants you to go on their journey with you, or their journey with them. Like they don't they feel like they have something and they're like, you can share this with me. All right, hold on. The butterfly is the situation. Okay, the butterfly. Clarify. Oh, Queen of Cups. Oh, I'm getting emotionally evolving and definitely some healing the inner child. This is the mother. Okay. So surrender. All right. Lots of healing. Okay. All right, hold on. Relationship evolving to the next phase. It's funny because I'm seeing the Queen of Swords and I'm seeing the King of Swords. Okay. And I kind of get the vibe like this is you and your person. There's Aquarius, fixed energy, and there's Libra. I said some of you could have Libra in your chart. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely getting this vibe like this is you and your person. And you two are about to enter a new phase. That's what I'm getting. You all are sitting here kind of like at a standstill. And the reason why is because the connection is about to shift. It's about to take shape into something different. Okay. And I'm getting that it's going to, the connection is in the process of evolving into something like, hold on, a relationship that feels, it's like almost like exactly what you want, Virgo, that Zen type of energy. Okay. Yeah. Emotionally balanced. I feel like you all are about to tap into a new level, emotionally in this connection. Okay. Like I said, right now, both of you are kind of in your own space, but there's about to be a lot of, emotional understanding here. We are moving into Cancer season. And also, I'm telling you, Vedic, Jupiter is not going into, Leo. In Vedic, I think that Jupiter has already moved into Cancer. So that could also be that world energy that I'm getting, where there's a cycle that has completed, right? Jupiter moves out of Gemini and moves now into the sign of Cancer. Safety. I feel like the connection with you and this person potential, like right now, the situation has a lot of potential to deepen the bond, okay, between you two. All right. Coming out of that air energy and getting into more of a flow. No more over analyzing or overthinking. More so just, as I'm saying that, the Knight of Wands. Okay. We're just going to go with it. That type of vibe. All right, hold on. Clarify what Virgo wants in this connection with their person. The Three of Wands. Okay. This is you, I feel, just like this horse. Like I said, this is the year of the fire horse. She's over here. She's like, I'm ready to hop on board. I'm ready to get on board here with, whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do. I'm ready, right? But with the swan energy, right, if you look in the water, she's also in this space of reflection. You're not rushing anything. That's what I'm getting with you and who this is, Virgo. You are, I feel, in a good space. I do get that with you. You're in a good space. You could also be in this space, in this place of like with the Queen of Swords and the Three of Wands, where you're just observing. You're in you're in this place of like observing, watching, okay? I'm hearing like that "Meet Me Halfway" song by the Black Eyed Peas. Can you meet me halfway? That song, right on the borderline. Yeah, it's like you're. Hold on. I actually think you're okay right now too, Virgo, much to like your Virgo is notoriously the hermit, but I think you're okay with the space right now. I think you're like, I'm okay with the space. I would, I'm in this place of allowing, okay, and trusting the process. And I do feel like this is bringing you what you want, overall in your life romantically, okay? With the key. The Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Cups came right out. Okay, so receiving the fruits of your labor and some sort of miracle, right? Heart with the key. The only thing, okay, because this is what is stopping you from getting what you want, or this is what's delaying. What I'm getting, Virgo, is that there actually like isn't anything stopping you from getting what you want, that this is just about trusting the process and being open to surprises, being open to, it literally says open your heart. Okay, so for example, I want to say this, a number of you could be like caught up on this particular person, or maybe hung up on the details, how things are supposed to go, and the universe could be saying to you the reason why your ships have not come in yet, because the Three of Wands is a card of my ships coming in, right? I've put it out there what I want and I'm ready for it to come in. But they're saying like the reason why this isn't coming in yet is because everything takes, everything is working out in divine order, divine timing, and everything has its own process. All right. I may have mentioned this in another reading, but Neville Goddard talks about this, where every seed that is planted has its own, due date. Okay. So, and literally it says perfect. Okay. Perfect. So they're saying the reason why maybe you're not getting what you want, or your ships aren't coming in right now, is because everything is on its way to you, but it's all happening in divine order, or your order is being processed and will be shipped to you at the perfect time. Okay. So it's not about saying, I'm ready. Where's it at? It's not about when you're ready. It's about, or it's not about when you think you're ready. Okay. Because I don't know what you have put out there here, Virgo. Like, you want what you want. But you have to be open to, there's a story that's playing out, okay? And when I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles, this is about nurturing what you already have. There it is. That's Taurus. I have. There it is. So they're saying the reason why maybe you're not receiving all that you want right now, or, maybe your fair share, or, like you could be saying, I want to see everything that I want to see from this person. And they're saying the first step is you have to nurture what you already have with this individual, what you're already experiencing, right? Okay. And be open to mystery, because this is Scorpio. There's a lot that I'm getting here with this. It's almost like the universe wants to surprise you. When you, and I'm about to pull the outcome that you two are aligning with, but you know how maybe like your birthday, right? Speaking of birthday, your birthday's coming up. And this could be very Virgo. Virgo's very like detail oriented, right? And it's like, I'm planning it all out. Here's how I want it to go. And you're like, why am I not receiving, the confirmation that this is all going to go according to plan? And little do you know, right? There is a person or people in the background. This is just an example of how I'm reading this, right? There is a person or people in the background, higher self, God, source, okay, the creator, that is like planning something even better than you could have planned for yourself. All right. And they're like, how somebody keeps talking about stuff and you're like, God, I just want to just be patient. I want to surprise you. Right. And, and Virgo, you could be like, yeah, but I know how it's all supposed to go. I know how I want this to go. And it's like, but just, I'm telling you, it's going to be so much better if you just understand that you've done all you can. And now it's just time to wait and see and be open to just understand that you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And just imagine what, your perfect outcome looks like. And I'm hearing to tell you, Virgo, that they're like, it's going to look like that and even better. Okay. I feel like the universe is trying to surprise you with something even better. Lightning just wanted to come out. So let's see the outcome you and your person are aligning with here. Okay. Ooh, okay. And I've got a couple other cards, but we'll talk about that over the extended. You got palm tree. All right. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. That is like the total, vibe of what, what I was getting with, even with the butterflies. So growth, endurance, and flexibility. Okay. So we're going to talk more about this over on your extended. The link for part 2 is in the description, top of the comments, Virgo. And that's where we're going to get into how I see you and your person moving forward together with this energy. Okay. What that looks like for you two. We're absolutely going to get into the best potential outcome I get with you all aligning with in this lifetime. We're going to dive deeper into your person's overall thoughts and feelings about you and the connection with you, what they want overall with you, their view on you, what they think you feel, what they think you want, Virgo. We're going to pull from the Time Oracle deck, give you a timeline of forward movement, all right? And then we're going to pull the call to action for you and your person, all right? How are each of you being called to show up for each other? Okay, so Virgo, if you feel like this resonates and you can benefit from watching the second part, I'll see you over on the other side. If this is where we part ways, love you all. Good luck with everything. I'll see you next time. Peace.